back to the White House kitchen, and a big coffee cheers to you. I'm taking a sip and it's annoying. I'm sorry. I say coffee cheers. It's a latte, y'all. Lies. I'm spouting lies, sort of. All right, we're getting ready to make the hub, so I'm going to give you my secret recipes that are not really a secret. I always, usually, almost always, steam his to 155 unless I'm not with it, and sometimes it goes a little bit higher. Let me rinse off my thermometer. This is the Pampered Chef thermometer. It's like the instant read. Oh, let's see what it says, because y'all, I don't remember. Chicken turkey, it even gives you a guide to how hot to cook things, but I am going to say your chicken turkey 165. Y'all, that's a chicken thigh. He cooks them to like 190-ish, and they're way better than 165 squishy. And not dry like a chicken breast would be. Okay, so we finna do a little bit of frothing because he doesn't really like the high foam because it's almost stiff like a meringue. So there's a lot of air in there. So if you want to make it look gourmet and scoop it or eat it with a spoon, you can do high foam. There's a low foam, there's a heat only, and then there's a cold foam. I'm looking at this and not showing you. My apologies. Here you go. So cold foam, heated, low foam, high foam. High foam is no joke. Okay. So also the inside, but I'm not sure you can see the insides. This is gray nonstick. It has a max line for your heated, and then it has a max down there for your foamins, and it has a minimum line. So we're going to fill it to the minimum because I have already steamed his. I spared you the noise for the steamings because it's like super loud screeches. I do want to be clear. I have heard people reference frothing of the milk as steaming it, and it is not steaming it. There's no water going in here to heat up. It's heating and frothing. Just because I'm a weirdo like that, I don't want you to think that you're getting a steamer. It does not steam. And I haven't found a standalone other than like one you stick on the stove. Okay, next up we're going to do the caramel Nespresso, but we also have an espresso roast. Nespresso is not espresso. Now, I feel like it gets close, but it's more water than what you would traditionally do with an espresso. So, however, coming soon to a catalog near you, there is, can you see it? Espresso, it says espresso. So you can grind your own and put it in here. I gotta be smarter than the insert. There we go. So you use, it reads it, so it knows the ounces. So I think it's similar to the Nespresso. But you can take this out and wash it and dump it and do all the things, and it pops back in here. So if you're a coffee connoisseur and you like espresso and you want it fast, because it's not going to be just like your traditional espresso, but it can get close, and you're in a hurry and you don't want to stand there and babysit the espresso machine that you locked it into, then you may want to try the espresso insert. There will also be a hot water one. So you and your children's can make things with hot water, like if you need hot water for rice. I'm assuming, I don't make rice because I can't eat it. Oats, if you want hot oats, all the different things. So we're going to Nespresso. I'm going to put this down so it knows what to read. We're going to go 2 ounces because I want it to be like a traditional-ish latte. And then what I didn't show you with my screechings is we also use, can you see it? Can you? Yep, I'm blocking it. So this kettle, we always heat water. And when I say we heat water, like we get it to boiling and heat our cups. So while we wait to pull all the things together, that's what we do. So let me show you the Nespresso. Let's open this back up. So you just pull this and then you pull your insert out, but I'm gonna do it right here, right here, and then stick it in the sink so it doesn't go everywhere. But you can see you got a little crema on there. Can you see it? I'm terrible at this. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. But we have that. We're going to throw his Nespresso, whatever you want to call it, in here. And then, oh, I like to do a little washy wash of it. I want to make sure we get it all in there because it's legit 2 ounces to 11.36 typically of milk. And then I do 2 pumps of, this is his, 2 pumps of toasted marshmallow, half an ounce by weight. I use the scale or Pampered Chef scale. Half an ounce of white chocolate sauce. So you usually find that around the ice cream at the store. And then I don't want to burn my countertop. And then we do 2 tablespoons with the leveling scoop. I'll show it to you here in a second. We do 2 tablespoons of Ghirardelli sweetened cocoa. So the steaming of the milk, and you want a quick little lesson, gives you micro bubbles, and it's more of a smoother, silky, velvety cross of, I know it's a weird analogy, of your milk, and then the frothing just creates a little bit larger of your bubbles. So there is a texture difference. His is ready. Let me show you real quick. It's on the other side. The Ghirardelli sweetened powder. And I go through one of these every month, and it's 3 pounds, y'all. 3 pounds. Now, because I'm a bad kitty, I don't always wash my scoop in betweens because I don't want a wet scoop going in my powders. But this is the leveling scoop, and all I do is get some of our chocolate here. And then I usually do this down in the bucket so that it doesn't go all over the counter because y'all know I got clean as you go problems. So I do that, and then I basically dump it into my carafe over there because when you do that, that's a little bit chunky too. I shouldn't have done it in there. Anyway, when you put it in the carafe, if you were to just dump it in there with like a 2 tablespoon measurement, it'll plop out some milk and you'll have a mess. So the funnel does the controlled flow, and it's fantastic for not making a mess. But here it is. So you can get little bags of this if you want to try it before you get 3 pounds, but it is delicious in a latte. So 2 tablespoons of this, 2 pumps if you're doing normal sugar of toasted marshmallow. This is like a campfire mocha, and then half an ounce, and I do it by weight, of this Ghirardelli white chocolate sauce. I'm sure you could use a different brand if you wanted to. And then you can do 11.36 to 11.5 ounces of milk depending upon your cup size. This particular cup, or the reason all these measurements exist, is for like a 16 ounce drink because that was the size of our thermal, is it a thermal cup? Not a thermos, but thermal cup. Anyway, word for the live that I actually meant to give you sooner, and by word for the live, I just mean coffee. I don't just mean coffee, that's the word in case you're ready to get off of here. It's so you can be entered into the monthly giveaway. So if you'll just message me, there's a link in the description, the word for the live, that will enter you into this month's giveaway. I like to send some goodies out to peeps. So I just record your name on a spreadsheet for the month that you sent it, and you'll be entered into the monthly giveaway. Now, I just put water in here. We're going to do it again. Okay. We're just going to do heated. Clean it up a little bit before I go mess with it because we're going to sit on the couch for a minute and have our coffee. Already made mine. Mine is more like a Starry Night. If you're local, you know what that might be at a Shadrack's location. And it's the same basically, but instead of toasted marshmallow, you use caramel. Now, I use sugar-free caramel. Not everybody wants a sugar-free option. On the sugar-free ones, I use the Skinny Syrups brand. You get it on Amazon or their own website and other places. 1 pump, because it seems like it's a little bit sweeter than the traditional sugary ones. So I would say 1 pump of that, or start with 1 pump and then build it up if you feel like it needs to be sweeter. Also, I steam my milk a heck of a lot hotter than it probably should be because it changes the proteins from what less researched. And this is so quiet. And when you lit it, it's even quieter. So it almost gives it a different flavor. It's not quite as sweet. So if you super like your stuff hot, 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 and you change the chemical makeup of your milk, it might be a little more sour than sweet. So you might need to add a little more sweet to that. But if you only go to 155-ish, like his, then it stays sweet and intact, your proteins. Okay, I'll let y'all go. Remember, message me the word coffee. He waiting on his. Message me the word coffee to be entered into this month's giveaway. I hope y'all have a great day. Instead of watching the cooking shows to get inspiration this morning to this afternoon, we're going to go have lunch with a friend. I'm very excited.